Hello pilots, I've got a few video ideas. One is a cast video with this French Dorito, and I'm also thinking about making an opinion video on the event Kfir C10, but I'm not sure if that's something you guys would be interested in. If it sounds like your kind of thing, drop a comment below. Alright, now let's get into the video. We're flying this amazing plane again today. In the first match, I tried to play pretty passively, since in the beginning, it's super easy to get taken out by radar missiles in the middle. A classic example of how a radar with quick scanning really cuts down the time we have to engage. These guys didn't even manage to launch missiles at me. But what really impressed me is that I didn't get trolled by the spot system. Comment if you think this was a 1 in a million RNG thing, or if you think you would have been trolled in my place. Check out the F-16 that showed up on the RWR. That means I can't let the F-15 have an attack window, and I can't waste my only missile on him. Here, the F-16 thought I'd be pressured and focused enough that I wouldn't engage him. But paying attention to where the F-15 was, that is, where the sound of his jet was coming from, was key to pulling off the move. Well, I wanted to frag him too, but a teammate ended up finishing him off. I'm just glad I wasn't the target. Alright, in the second game, I'm going for this classic flank on this side of the map. I see a lot of you trying to pull this off in matches, but I've seen few people get the timing right for the merge here. Keep an eye on that, because people end up hurting themselves and their teammates more than actually pulling off successful plays. It went smoother than I expected, but I respected the situation based on the conditions and was ready to defend myself against multiple targets. Maybe a more aggressive head-on with that J-10 would have been a trade, not a win. I know I have more advantages in a closer fight, so I just wait to get close before I start firing. Well, the altitude gave me a huge advantage, so again, it was super easy to handle the situation. I still have missiles left, so I feel confident taking on the last two enemies, even though my teammate is heading back to the airfield. Since we're heading into the late game, I could be flying low since there are only two enemies left. I'm staying high just to save fuel. As soon as I notice them getting more aggressive, I'll drop all my altitude. I've got 3 missiles, so I can afford to use one just to apply pressure, not necessarily to get a kill. If it does, that's just a bonus. Here, it's clear how the first missile worked. Instead of both enemies attacking together, which would have been a much tougher situation, one of them was forced to defend, letting me manipulate their movement and engage them one by one. This opens up more opportunities for eliminations. Now, as usual, I will leave the rest of the matches for you, the viewer, to enjoy the silence of the gameplay and practice the lessons I've shared through observation. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Don't forget to help each other, and if it's a good question, I will make sure to do my best to answer it. Man, the mistake this guy from the enemy team made was so bizarre that I have to drop an extra comment here. In this situation, there was no reason for him to rush to the airfield. Both me and the Allied Typhoon were in a vulnerable position since we were either taking off or landing. That means he could have used his altitude and speed advantage to set up engagements. Top-down missiles are way more dangerous and harder to defend against. Taking one of us out could have been just a matter of time, and a 1v1 would have been much easier for him too, especially since he'd already be lighter, giving him an edge in a gunfight. Well, gentlemen, that's it for today. Do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Is there something that works better for you? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. Until next time, Karma out.